Okay, are you able to hear me? Yes. So today we are going to start the tomorrow there is exams HRM. It stand for Human Resource Management, and let's we talk about important points. All the important points will cover for your examinations. And first of all, I start from the. We will go through the chapter wise. तो हम लोग चैप्टर्स एक एक चैप्टर्स वगैरह हम पढ़ेंगे और उस चैप्टर के अनुसार हम लोग आगे बढ़ेंगे. Okay, so first of all, the first point I want to talk about. Let's there is a eight chapters in these chapters. First is human resource management, second human resource planning, training and development, model two, career advancement, industrial relations act, labor legislation, and model fourth, health and safety measure, and talent management. First, we go to the first chapters. Remember, human resource management, 15 marks. Human resource development, 15 marks. Latest development in HRM and labor legislation, 15 marks. Emerging issue in HRM, 15 marks. Total 60 marks is there. Now come to the first chapter. We will not waste our time. We'll go through first chapter. The first chapter, human resource management. What is human resource management? We all heard about this so many times. Even the uh, you know uh, when we have done a BCom degree, there also we have heard about that. So many points you remember from previous college and degrees. Have you done that? There you have learned so many things about the human resource management. But now, little here is a little higher level, so we have to understand this and read these chapters carefully. Human resource management is involved from the personal management, which was formal management system which used to manage employees, to know evolution of personal management. It is necessary to study research by great psychological on human behavior. Whenever you heard about the human resource management, remember this word human behavior. So keep in this mind in your mind that human behavior word. This is very helpful for your examination to write down your answers correctly. Because when you heard the human behavior, it includes so many characters and their behavior, their everyday to day life activities. Now come to the one of among them, Elton Mao, Australian psychologist. What is his name? Elton Mayo, Australian psychologist, did many experiments on human behavior at different situations in 1924. Remember this 1924, Elton Mayo, uh, you know, was that Australian psychologist did many experiments on human behavior. So I could not able to share my screen. Well, I try my improve, but I can share this text on your YouTube chat. You can see the YouTube chat. Wait, I'm going to share. So yeah, you can see that Elton Mayo, Australian cyclist, did many experiments on human behavior at different situation in 1924. So this kind of objective question can come. They will ask you for your competitions exam also and for your wherever you are doing degree courses. Now come to the next point. He was one of my opinion that work-life balance is essential for improving productivity of workers. He emphasized on healthy human relationship. Remember this word healthy relation, human relationship in the organization influences the productivity of workers. So this is also one of the point you can remember for your write the answers. So healthy human relations in the organization is very important. We all know that because so many organizations are suffering today's nowadays. Why? Because of they are not able to handle the manpower, their relations, so many disputes and the problems and the trials, tribulations coming in the organization. Why? Because they cannot able to handle the human resource, but they have to manage the all the human characters, and the work must be go accordingly systematic. If the relation is not there proper, that can be a make a bigger issue in the futures. Now come to the next point. So remember 2 points. Very important. Human behavior, healthy human relationship in the organization influence the productivity of worker. Very important word. Productivity of workers. Now, due to his great distinction, he was emerged as a father of human resource management. Going back to the roots of the what's that? Going back to the other word is there. I just checking. Wait. Yeah. So you just listen carefully. I You cannot see my screen, but I do my best to help you to hear this, and you can see the chat also. So it's better to read and store the things in your heart and remember this very for tomorrow. There is exams. I have heard from Idol University or those who are operating. You can go through these points, or you can revise the chapters also. Now, come to the next point. He was one of the okay. This one point, son. Going back to the if you have a idle, what is that textbook, human resource management, you can open that and you can start reading, and I can explain you. So you may be study well in your, and you can I can highlight the important points. You can also hear and get the memorize in your answers. Tomorrow there will be paper. So come to the know about this, and it will come to the future. It will be helpful. Now, going back to the roots of the evolution, personal management. Robert Owen was regarded as a creator and originator of introducing reform of the worker in his own landlord cotton mills. So remember Robert Owen, cotton mills. These two words, cotton mills. याद रखना है. Okay. So this is a very important point. So whenever you heard Robert Owen, remember this word cotton mills. He is a creator and an originator, and further we'll study what he did. He coined the slogan 8 hours a day work, 8 hours a recreation, 8 hours a sleep. Can you see this? He's coined the slogans. So the slogan was 8 hours, 8 hours. What is that? Slogans saying that 8 hours recreation and 8 hours sleep, and what's that? He coined 8 hours day work. So this is given by the Robert Owen. Are you able to hear? So I hope you can hear about this. Okay. Now come to the next point. So whenever hear this word 8 hours day work means 8 घंटे वो काम करते थे. 8 hours रिक्रेशन फिर से वो बनाते थे, एंड 8 hours स्लीप 8 घंटा वो सोते थे. तो कितने घंटे हो गए? 48 24. यू नो हम सबके पास 24 घंटे हैं. 24 घंटे आपके पास भी है, मेरे पास भी है. तो हम उस घंटे का इस्तेमाल कैसे करते, कैसे मैनेज करते हैं, दैट इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. ओके. Now come to the next point. We'll go little bit fast so you can able to. We will cover the entire chapters today. Total page 123 till 123. Owen identified the significance of better working condition at a workplace. So remember this also, very important one. Better working conditions at workplace. So this is very important. You know, so better working condition at workplace is very important. You know that अगर सपोज वहाँ पे काम है ऑफिस में और वहाँ की कंडीशन सही नहीं है तो क्या हो सकता है कंपनी में काफ़ी उसकी ग्रोथ में उसके आगे बढ़ने में काफ़ी समस्याएं हो सकती हैं। इसलिए वहाँ पे जब कभी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होता है हमें वहाँ जो काम करते हैं उनको हमें ध्यान रखना चाहिए और उनको ख्याल भी रखना चाहिए। आगे देखेंगे Onin observed that after implementation of the better working condition at workplace, there was increase in the productivity and efficiency of his worker. So, increase in the productivity and efficiency in his work, very important. So, this is a very also important for you. Okay, increase in the productivity and efficiency of his work. Now we'll go to the another point. Page number I'm reading. Next page. You can see second page. Okay. Worker got happy, motivated by, and work better. Whenever we care about them, help them. If the better condition in the organization will there, what will happen? And the worker got happy, motivated, and work better. वो लोग को अच्छा अच्छा से काम करेंगे, अच्छे से मोटिवेट भी हो जाएंगे और वो खुश भी रहेंगे अगर उनको सही से उनको दिया जाए तो, अगर उनको फैसिलिटी दिया जाए बेटर कंडीशंस। तो रिमेंबर दिस वर्ड हैप्पी, मोटिवेटेड, वर्क बेटर। ओके, सो वर्कर गॉट हैप्पी, motivated and work better. Due to his such a great contribution, he was referred as a father of personal management. So याद रखना who is a personal, we were talking about the robot. Last name we were discussing about Robert Owen. Okay, so don't forget, you can go through that. Now, now after that, we'll discuss about where is that? Yeah. Now we'll discuss about another points. Let us see the root difference between the human resource management and personal management. Personal management is the seed and the root of the human resource management. So very important point. It can be come to your examination like fill in the blanks or match the flowing or somewhere another points. Okay, right. Uh, yeah, match the flowing another points can come. Okay, now come to the another points. HRM is involved from the personal management. Personal management's focus on the exact work from what is that? From an employee for the remuneration paid to them. Remuneration word. This word is also important. Remember this word remuneration paid to them. So this word is also very important. Don't forget because this word remuneration we have to give them their salary, their wages or their whatever they have done the work we have to give them. So remuneration word must be remembered. During the personal management era, employees were not involved in the decision making process and were not much allowed to interact with management. Personal management was more confined to factories. The main focus of the personal management was to see that everything was in compliance with the labor laws or not. Means he has to see that everything's going according to the labor laws or not. So remember, Personal manager, this word, and labor laws. Remember this one. So it will help you for your examinations. Now there was a not much emphasis made on the moral of the oversight employees. Employees were just treated as a tools, obligation to the organization. They were not regarded as an asset of the organization. They were considered as a cost and expenditure to the organization rather than the capital and investment. So यहाँ पे four word that is very important. They were not regarded as a what is that asset of the organization. Okay, so they were not regarded as the asset of the organization. They were considered as the cost and expenditure to the organization rather than the capital and investment. Personal officers mostly use be disciplinary oriented instead of flexible and interactive with the employees. So then here is also one of the very important word. You can see, sorry, I cannot see. You can hear me only. You can see the chat. Okay, so yeah, so here is a word. Personal officers mostly use be disciplinary oriented instead of flexible and interactive with employees. So this is very important. There was no nurturing of the employees by the personal managers. Employees' perspective was ignored, which means rather than the understanding situations, the personal manager used to be punitive of any error was committed by employee. On the other hand, HRM see employees from the perspective as the most valuable resources for the organizations, and they consider their employees as a assets and capital for the organization. So this is a one point. Now come to the concept. Now we listen about the concept of HRM. HRM is a concern with management of human beings in the organization. Can you remember? Very easy. HRM is concerned with management of what? Human beings. Management of human beings in the organization. Very simple. HRM is concerned with management of human beings in the organization. So don't forget this word. This is very important points. If you remember this point, then you can get the more ideas to write down another answer also. Now, human resource management is very important as well as challenging. Yeah, that's right. Challenging job because dynamic nature of employees. Very important points. So, human resource human resource management is very important as well as challenging job. Do you know why? Because of dynamic nature of employees. Because we get so many, you know, human resource management and human resource management means there is a lot of we have to manage the human beings, and human beings have a lot of different characters, their behavior, their talking style, their living style, so many things are different. It is not easy to handle the entire human beings in organization, so it's a big task to manage them. So that is why we have to study this to manage how to we manage the human being at in the organization. Every human being is a different in mentality, mental ability, tactical sentence and behavior. Very important point this also. Okay, so every human being is different in their mental ability, tactics and scientific and human behavior. Now come to the another points. They are very subject to many various influence. Human beings are responsive. They feel, think, and act. Yes, they feel also. They think, act, they think. So these are the very important points. Now come to the another points. Therefore, they cannot be operated like machine or shifted and altered like a template in a room layout. They need to be tactfully handled by management personnel. HRM is the process of managing power of an organization with a human approach. So very important point. HR is the process of managing power, main power. Yeah, main power. Very important word. Main power of an organization with a human approach. Human approach. Now, through this approach, an organization utilizes its main power for the benefits of organization as well as for the growth and development of human resources. So, through this is approach, an organization utilizes its main power. Main power means what? Their all the human beings for the benefits of their organization. Without main power, we cannot run the organization. It is impossible for the growth and the development. Here is the word: the growth for the growth and development of human resources. So you can remember the point to point. It is very easy for you, or it is good for your understanding. Now, in order to achieve organization goals, it is necessary to acquire service of manpower, their skills, motivation for high level of performance, that is commitment. So this is very important. Okay, we will take a 12. What's the time right now? I think 12:19, right? 12:30. We'll take a break, and then we'll come to the another session. Okay, we will discuss about next point. HRM involves activities, policies, practices relating to recruiting, developing, utilizing, evaluating, maintaining, and retaining of employees to accomplish the organization. So this is a very important point. Okay, yeah. So very important points. HRM, human resource management, involves the activities, policies, practices, practices relating to recruiting, developing, utilizing, evaluating, maintaining, and retaining of employees to accomplish the organization goal. Come to the next. Human resource management is a process of recruiting, selecting, inducting employees, providing orientation, imparting training and development, appraisal the performance of employees, deciding the compensations and providing benefits, motivation employees, maintaining proper relation with the employees and their trade unions. Okay, so this is a very important points, my dear. Okay, okay. So, yeah, we can share some. Yeah, you can share. Okay, just a minute. There's another channel there we can. I'm sharing from there also. So I don't. It might be remain. So you can read also there from there. Now come to the very important points. Definition of HRM. HRM, according to the Edwin Filippo. See, I am saying that we have to stand. I am not going to close on to close around 12:30. We will finish the first chapter, then we'll go to the second chapter. So in between, we'll take a break. Okay. So now, according to Edwin Filippo, Edwin Filippo, HRM is a planning, organizing, directing, controlling of the procurement, development, compositions, integration, maintenance, and separation of human resource to the end. Okay, so very important points. We'll just share you. I'm just sharing on the chat. Yeah, same points. Yeah. So according to the Edwin Filippo, HRM is a planning, organizing, directing, and controlling of the procurement, development, composition, in what is that? Integration and maintenance. Correct. And and separation थोड़ा definitions यहाँ पे रह गए हैं. So I'm just sharing second name because I cannot share more words. Yeah, share. Okay. Now, okay. According to the events and the clauses, HRM is a concern with the most effective use of people to achieve organizational and individual goals. It is the way of managing people at work so that they give their best to the organization. So remember, according to the what is that? Inventives and Glo Glock क्या पढ़ सकते हैं इसको Glock. HRM is concerned with the most effective use of people to achieve organization and individual goals. Very important points. Read 2 3 times you will get why I'm putting in chat so you can read and get more attentive to the words. According to the inventions and clause, HRM is concerned with the most effective use of people to the achieve organization and individual goals. Yeah, simple. Okay. Next, we are going to learn about. There is one more word which is very important. Yeah, is saying that I'm just saying, he's saying that it is the way of managing people at work. It is the way of managing people. So what is it is a way? HRM. HRM is the way of managing people at work so that they give their best to the management. So that they give their best to the organization. Okay. So that it is the way of managing people at work so that they give their best to the what is that organization. Now come to the next point. According to the Robbins, the Shenanjo Robbins, HRM is what? Human Resource Management is concerned with the people dimension in management. Since every organization is made up of people acquiring their services, developing their skills, motivating them to higher levels of performance, and ensuring that they continue to maintain their commitment to the organization is essential to achieve organizational objectives. This is true regardless of the type of organization, government, business, education, health, or social action. So this is also one of the important points. Okay, high level of performance. I'm sharing just a minute. Okay, so yeah, developing now. After developing, I'm just sharing. There are skills, motivation, motivating, commitment. So these are the why I'm saying that my purpose is to put you more words in your mind and the meaning of these chapters, so you can understood and you can write your answer in exams. Very simple way. Okay, so this is very important. Again, just to human resource management. Okay, this is true regardless types of organizations, government, business, education, health, and social action. Okay, another point was there. This is true regardless of the type of organization, government, business, education, health, or associations. Okay, come to the next point. The National Institute of Personal Management. Yeah, okay. Remember this also. What is the National Institute of Personal Management? Saying that. Remember this whole name. National Institute Personal Management. So this is one of type of good question. Okay. Remember this. So National Institute Personal Management. Okay. What is this National Institute of Personal Management of India has defined a human resource personal management as part of the management which is concerned with people at work with their relationship within an enterprises. Its aim is to bring together and develop into an effective organization of men and women who make up enterprise and having a regard for the well being of the individual and of work groups to enable them to make their best contribution to its success. So, National Institute of Personal Management, what he do is saying that India has defined human resource personal management as a that part of management which is concerned with people at work. Concerned with people. This is very important word. Concerned with people at work with their relationship within an enterprise. Okay, so this is a very good word for remember. Now, come to the another word. Being of individual work-based to make their best contribution. So this is also being of individual and of working groups to enable them to make their best contribution to the success. Okay. Now we'll discuss about traditional HRM. What is a traditional HRM? Traditional HRM is a traditional method of managing manpower in an organization so as to the related organizational activities or such short-term organization goal. The objective of THRM THRM means what? Traditional human resource management is to recruit and compensate employees for the activities performed by them for the organization. There is less emphasis on relevant employee tests and interviews at the time of selection. There is a less importance given to the training and development of the employees. They use traditional performance appraisal techniques. You know, so what is a THRM? THRM traditional method of managing manpower in organization, undertake organizational activities, or achieve short-term organization goal. So remember this short-term organizational goal. Come to the next point, page number 4. Is followed at all levels. They do not take a special measure to retain employees. Strategic human resource management is a modern and professional approach so as to manage and develop the human resource in the line with the overall strategy of the organization. For example, when they recruit new candidates, they consider future growth projection and goals of the organization. So very important वर्ड यहाँ पे यहाँ पे बहुत important वर्ड है आपके लिए they when they recruit new candidates जब कभी कोई नया candidates आता है they consider future growth projection and goals of the organization. So very important words future future here is written future growth projection and goals of the organization. They conduct relevant employee tests and interviews. So two words. They conduct they conduct relevant employment tests and interviews during selections and employees. So common sense, we all have faced interviews and they really conduct our test and also according to our skills and talent and experience they choose for their growth and development for their organizations. So during the selection is very important. Now the modern performance appraisal techniques such as assignment center, 360 appraisal, etc. are used. The promotion is based on merit at all levels. They design special measures to retain employees such as retention, bonus, loyalty, and program. Reactive practice in nature. What is this? Reactive practice in nature. Okay, so let's talk about that also. Traditional human resource management is reactive in nature. When workers make requests or cause problems, HR manager steps in and takes action. So HR manager he has to take a responsibility. Any problems and causes to the work, he is the one who has to take a responsibility and take a action on that. Yeah, same points. Correct. So human tradition, human Traditional human resource is reactive in nature. When workers make requests or pose problem, HR management in and take action. Now, strategic human resource management protect proactive in nature, and strategic HR department looks ahead and prevent problems. Scope of responsibility. Third points. Scope of responsibility. Their objective is to take care of employees and keep them happy and satisfied. Correct? So, traditional HR has a narrow focus. Narrow focus. What is a narrow focus? They has to. Their objective is to take care of the employee. Okay. Their objective is to take care of the employee and what is that? Take care of the employees and keep them happy and satisfied. Yes, very important. They do not emphasize much on education of workers and about their right and responsibility. So this is a one of also another point. They what is that? They do not emphasize much on education of workers about their right and responsibility. Because in traditional HRM they no need to much focus on educations and of workers about their right and responsibility. That is why uh, he has given to know that what is a traditional HRM. Now they assume employee will pick up training by themselves on the job. They assume employees will pick up the training by themselves. Okay, this is another point. Yes, that is also another point. Okay, come to the next point. Strategy HR department has a much broader mission. They undertake systematic recruitment, scientific selection of employees. They provide training to employees from time to time. They provide employee, very important word, they provide training to employees time to time. समय समय पे उनको क्या देते हैं वो ट्रेनिंग देते हैं. Okay, so this is a very important training word. Sometimes we forget this word to write in the examination, but if you write this word, you will get a good marks. Employee handle that tells that what allows what expected. The disciplinary process. When employees fall short, they find out ways to motivate employee so that a company meet its productivity and profit goals. Okay, come to the another points where we are. Okay, we'll go a little fast to complete this chapter. Okay, where is yes, we were at page number. Yes, human resource forecasting. Fourth point is that human resource forecasting. Human resource forecasting what? Strategy HR think about what a company will need in the future. How many more staff will they need to hire? What qualifications, skills and employee need to have? Three words: qualifications, skills and employee need to have. So very important points. Qualifications, skills, employees need to have. Yeah, same point. Qualifications, skills need to have. Okay, so very important points. Then after HR manager prepare a strategic plan to meet the future needs. Strategic HR mission doesn't end there. The department works actively to recruit skills employees that the company needs. Strategic HR also works to develop and promote talent among the existing workforce. So strategic HR among the existing workforce, तो जो भी अभी पहले है वर्कफोर्स पे उस पर उनको ज़्यादा ध्यान देना होता है. Resolving problems. Traditional HR steps in when employee have a what is that discipline problems or cause troubles. जब कभी भी traditions HR step में employees have a discipline problems uh, or cause troublesome problems became maybe some issues create and they get some fed up of some work. So it does nothing to prevent the problems from developing. So traditional HR, it does nothing to prevent the problems from developing. If a company wants a zero tolerance policy or on a sexual harassment or a discrimination, traditional HR would make them known to come to an employee when such incidents happen in the organizations. So this is very simple resolve problem. It does nothing to prevent traditional HR. We don't do preventing problems from developing, and if we ignore all the things, the company or organization will not grow. Sometimes so many bhedbhav, discriminations, traditional issues, sexual harassment. If that is going on openly in the organization, it will affect the organization powerfully, and it can be collapse in futures. So this kind of human natures must be maintained, and if we not maintain, it will take such a big incident create which is not good for the organization as well as the human being, their life. Now, strategic management. If a company uh, would make them known to employee when such incident happen in the ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ओके, तो सभी को ये पता होना चाहिए, बताना चाहिए. अगर ऐसा नहीं करते हैं तो ये काफ़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए अच्छा नहीं है. Strategic HR is a proactive rather than reactive. If a company wants a zero tolerance policy on sexual harassment or discrimination studies, HR lets employees know in the beginning about unacceptable behavior in the organization. Their employee handbook and training sessions emphasize on how to behave or not to behave. In the long run, that can save the company money or lawsuits in the complaints. तो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉलिसी वी मस्ट कंपनी को पॉलिसी बनाना चाहिए सेक्सुअल हरेसमेंट के ऊपर. कोई भी भेदभाव ना हो, कोई भी लैंगिक अपराध ना हो. तो ये सब चीज़ें उनको ध्यान रखना होता है जिससे कि उनकी कंपनी पे और उनके प्रॉफिट्स पे कोई भी नुकसान ना हो. So this is very important. Remember this word, zero tolerance, sexual harassment. We should avoid this, and discrimination also is there mentioned. I have shared a strategy. They employee handbook and training session emphasize on how to behave, not to behave. So they will go according to the rules and regulation. So it will be better for the organizations. Otherwise, so many problems will come in the future in the organization. Time spent in traditional HRM short term of the short term objective of the organization are accomplished. So traditional HRM short term objectives of the organization. So remember, ट्रेडिशनल एचआरएम में क्या होता है, शॉर्ट टर्म ऑब्जेक्टिव होता है, short term objective. Now come to the another points. Degree of control. In traditional HRM strategic employee, strategy HRM is a lesser degree of control over the organized employees, and the workforce regulations are less stringent. Employees are given more freedom and dependence to do work. The employees are given more freedom and dependency to do work. So HR study HR is lesser degree of control over the employee. यहाँ पे वो कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाते हैं ना, देयर इज स्ट्रिक्ट मैनेजमेंट एम्प्लॉय, देयर इज स्ट्रिक्ट मैनेजमेंट ऑफ एम्प्लॉय। क्या है इसमें, स्टैटिक एचआर इज अ लेसर डिग्री ऑफ कंट्रोल ओवर द एम्प्लॉय। तो ये सब ध्यान देना रहता है, उनके काम के ऊपर ध्यान देना स्ट्रिक्ट रहना काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट है। फंडामेंटल एलिमेंट्स एचआर एंड द कैपिटल प्रोडक्ट्स आर कंसिडर्ड एज अ मेन एलिमेंट। कैपिटल और प्रोडक्ट दो चीज़ें हैं। In traditional HRM, the capital and products are considered as the main elements. So in strategy HRM, employees and their knowledge are considered as a fundamental elements. So knowledge are considered as a fundamental elements. Employee and their knowledge. But in tradition, capital and products, two things are important. So very important. These 2 points are very important for your examination to write the answer. Okay, jump to the next point. Objective of HRM. This question will come in the examination. Very important question. To make available competent manpower. HRM involves scientific selection of candidates, right placement, timely training of manpower, make competent manpower available in the organization. Competent manpower in turn bring growth and development in the organization. So what is the objective of HRM? First point, to make available competent manpower. HRM involves scientific selection of candidates, right placement, training of manpower, motivations and career development of manpower. So this is very important. एक जिसको जो काम है, जो उसके लायक है, उसे हमें उसको देना चाहिए, उसको ट्रेनिंग देना चाहिए, उसको गाइडेंस करना होगा, तभी तो वो मोटिवेट करना होगा, तभी तो काम अच्छे से कर पाएंगे। Second point, to make optimum use of manpower. HRM involves placement of right candidates in right department of after their scientific selection. The candidates are provided training where they are imparted job related knowledge and skill. This results into optimum use of manpower. So knowledge and skill is a very important to obtain optimum use of manpower. Right candidates, placement of right candidates is very important. HRM involves placement of right candidates in right department of their scientific selection. So very important one. The candidates are provided training where they are imparted job related knowledge and skills. This result into optimal use of manpower. If organization place candidates in wrong department, they are not providing required training. In that case, efforts and competency of manpower will be wasted. So, HR has to select right person for suitable work. Otherwise, what is it they will be wasted? Their training required. They require training. They are not providing training required. In that case, what happen? Their competency and efforts will wasted. So this is a very important thing. Okay, come to the next point. To motivate manpower, we will discuss about a lot. Motivate. This word is coming again and again. Proper human resource management, scientific selection, right placement, training of manpower, performance appraisal, promotion of manpower, results into improving performance of employee. Employees are rewarded for their better performance. The reward in this form of higher salary, incentives and awards and certificates, appreciation and recognition etc. result into motivation of the manpower. So this is one of the very important points to motivate manpower. Okay. Performance of employees. So this is a very important point. You can keep reading in chats. So you uh, don't waste your time. Okay. Now come to the fourth to boost moral of manpower. Morale is a state of mind or willingness to work. So this is very important. Keep this willingness to work. Write down willingness to work or remember this word willingness to work. Next important points to facilitate the career development of manpower, overcome job related employee are provided counseling by their superior. So remember training session, employee need training, counseling time to time must they get counseling. So HR has a responsibility to do that for better performance in the organization. They also provide challenging tasks which is necessary. Come to the so training and counseling, challenging tasks facilitate career development employees. Next, to improve labor management relation, HRM involves scientific selection of candidates, adequate placement, timely training of manpower, motivation to manpower, and career development of manpower. Adequate performance appraisal, promotions, etc. There is a charity of role responsibility related to job. So the dispute does not take place between labor and management. A healthy labor management relations help to improve performance of organization. So very important points there. See, everything is happening not to create any disputes and problem. Why so they can work happily, you know, with proper way. Okay. Okay. Next is what is that? Enhanced corporate image. Effective HRM result into employees satisfied at workplace and their morale is boosted. When employees are happy, they work with dedication and commitment. They perform well in the organization and provide good service. This results into enhanced corporate image among stakeholders. So you have to see the which are the that employee who are doing work very happy and also with dedication and commitment. We have to help them, encourage them to grow more and more. Provide them good service. They perform well in the because they perform well in organization and provide good service. So this is good sign for the employees. Okay. To achieve organizational growth, effective human resource management is very important. Scientific right placement, training of manpower, performance appraisal, promotion. These are the very important points. Effective human resource. This is what we can some very we forget so many times. This is very important point. Don't forget. So this is a very important point. Now organizational structure of HR and development. HR main function of HR department is to manage department function as a well employee by planning, implementation, evaluation, human resource policies and principal programs. Keep on reading whatever I am sharing in the chat so it will be better for you. So the main function of HR department is to manage department function as well as employees by planning, implementing, evaluating human resources policies and principal and programs. HR डायरेक्टर असिस्टेंट्स एचआर एक्विजिशन एचआर ऊपर हेड होता है मेन डायरेक्टर उसके नीचे असिस्टेंट्स होते हैं और उसके बाद एचआर एक्विजिशन ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट कॉम्पनसेशन एम्प्लॉय वेलफेयर एम्प्लॉय रिलेशंस वर्क्स फोर्स सेफ्टी करियर प्लानिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट एचआर एक्विजिशन में क्या होता है जॉब एनालिसिस होता है इक्विपमेंट सिलेक्शन होता है प्लेसमेंट होता है ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट में ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम लीडरशिप ट्रेनिंग compensation में salary, bonus, restroom, transport, facilities, insurance. Employee relationship में dispute resolution, contact negotiation, workforce safety, security, education, facility inspection, career planning development, performance appraisal, promotion, career development. तो ये है एचआर के डायरेक्टर के असिस्टेंट होते हैं और नीचे ये सब ट्रेनिंग कंपोजिशन एम्प्लॉय रिलेशनशिप होते हैं तो एचआर एक्विजिशन में जॉब मैंने बताया जॉब एनालिसिस एक एचआर एक्विजिशन डिपार्टमेंट जॉब एनालिसिस रिक्रूटमेंट सिलेक्शन प्लेसमेंट सो दिस इज अ वेरी वन। फर्स्ट पॉइंट है क्या, एचआर एक्विजिशन डिपार्टमेंट। ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल स्ट्रक्चर के बारे में हम लोग अभी पढ़ने वाले हैं। ओके, तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल स्ट्रक्चर, यस, ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल स्ट्रक्चर। ये फर्स्ट पॉइंट जो है बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। पहले तो इसमें लिखना है कि मैनेज करना बहुत ज़रूरी है। फंक्शंस होते हैं, मेन फंक्शन ऑफ ओचा इज मैनेज टू डिपार्टमेंट फंक्शन एज वेल एज एम्प्लॉय। डिपार्टमेंट के फंक्शन को और एम्प्लॉय के फंक्शन को बाय प्लानिंग एम्प्लॉयमेंट इन्वेस्ट। ओके, these are the activities including selection and main programs. Okay, this point are very important. You can keep on reading and you will get the right points. So first we were discussing about HR acquisition department. HR acquisition department. बोलो मेरे सर, HR acquisition department. Okay. Next, the four points were job analysis. एचआर एक्विजिशन में क्या आएगा डिपार्टमेंट में, पहला आएगा जॉब एनालिसिस। जॉब एनालिसिस, ओके, एचआर एक्विजिशन डिपार्टमेंट, जॉब एनालिसिस। ठीक बोलो। सेकंड पॉइंट हो रिक्रूटमेंट, रिक्रूटमेंट करेक्ट, रिक्रूटमेंट राइट, एंड अनदर वर्ड सिलेक्शन। सिलेक्शन के बाद क्या आएगा, प्लेसमेंट। तो याद करें, जॉब एनालिसिस, रिक्रूटमेंट, सिलेक्शन, प्लेसमेंट। एचआर एक्विजिशन डिपार्टमेंट, फर्स्ट पॉइंट, फर्स्ट पॉइंट व्हाट, जॉब एनालिसिस, रिक्रूटमेंट, सिलेक्शन। ओके, तो फिर से हम लोग देखेंगे जॉब एनालिसिस में क्या आएगा, सॉरी एचआर एक्विजिशन में जॉब एनालिसिस, रिक्रूटमेंट, रिक्रूट स्पेलिंग याद रखना, RECRUIT, रिक्रूटमेंट, सिलेक्शन, यस, सिलेक्शन इज देयर, सिलेक्शन, ओके, सिलेक्शन, ओके, सिलेक्शन, रिक्रूटमेंट हो गया, सिलेक्शन हो गया। सो एचआर एक्विजिशन डिपार्टमेंट क्या आएगा, जॉब एनालिसिस, रिक्रूटमेंट, सिलेक्शन एंड प्लेसमेंट। तो बहुत ईजी है याद करने के लिए, रिक्रूटमेंट, जॉब एनालिसिस, रिक्रूटमेंट, सिलेक्शन, जॉब एनालिसिस, रिक्रूटमेंट, सिलेक्शन, प्लेसमेंट। जॉब एनालिसिस, रिक्रूटमेंट, सिलेक्शन, प्लेसमेंट। क्या है ये, एचआर एक्विजिशन के डिपार्टमेंट के अंदर आता है। अगला हम देखेंगे ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट। सेकेंड पॉइंट है क्या, कौन सा डिपार्टमेंट है, ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट। सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट। सेकेंड पॉइंट, ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट। ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट क्या आएगा, Effective training enhance knowledge, skill, workability of employees. Effective training enhance knowledge, skills, and what that effective work and employability of work. So this is very important. Compensation and employee welfare department. compensation में क्या होता है? उसमें हमें उनको क्या ध्यान रखना पड़ता है? फैसिलिटी, कैंटीन फैसिलिटीज, है ना, एजुकेशन फैसिलिटी, रेस्ट रूम्स, ट्रांसपोर्ट। तो ये है कॉम्पनसेशन एंड एम्प्लॉय वेलफेयर को ध्यान रखना पड़ता है। तो ये थर्ड पॉइंट है। ओके, याद रखना है कॉम्पनसेशन एंड एम्प्लॉयज वेलफेयर डिपार्टमेंट। नेक्स्ट है एच आर इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर एम्प्लॉयज। वो रिस्पॉन्सिबल होता है उनको सब कुछ फैसिलिटी कराने में। ये तो काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स है, ध्यान देना चाहिए। ओके। Keep on reading whatever I am posting in the chat, so you can keep on reading and revise it. Very important points. Next, which department? Employee Relations Department. Fourth point is the Employee Relation Department. Employee Relations Department. So, what happened in this department? Department is responsible for investing and resolving problems, complaints, and complete concern. He has to take care of the problems and the disputes and solve that problems. This is very important also. Next, workforce safety department. Fifth one is simple है. By hearing this word, you can see they have to maintain safety, right? Workforce safety department. A safe, healthy work employment is the basic right of every employee. They need to identify unsafe conditions and make clear notice on potential dangerous matters such as dangerous equipment, chemical drugs, radioactive substances. It is a duty responsible of every organization to provide the appropriate health and safety measure to its employee. So, चेकअप मेरी जो है फर्स्ट एड वगैरह है इनको ध्यान रखना पड़ता है कि हमारे एम्प्लॉय को कुछ भी ख्याल ना हो, उनको फैसिलिटीज़ देना है। उनको ऐसे ऐसे मशीन्स रहेंगे उससे उनको बचाना है, उनको पहले से इंफॉर्मेशन देना है। फायर ड्रिल स्ट्रक्चर्स, सॉरी। लास्ट था क्या? कैरियर प्लानिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट department. This is one of the important. This is one of the important things we must remember. Performance appraisal is equal to systematic discussion employees job related strength and weakness And performance it is referred to the systematic decision of employee job related strength and weakness. The superior evaluate the performance of the employees and prepare their performance at result. And what happened? Report employees are evaluated on the basis of the quality of work, behavior at the workplace. इसमें क्या होता है उनके काम के बारे में, उनकी क्वालिटीज़ के बारे में, उनके उनके जो उन्होंने काम किया उनको वो लोग काफ़ी अप्रिशिएट करते हैं, तो बताते हैं आप इस चीज़ में ग्रोथ हुए हैं, उनको परफॉर्मेंस के ऊपर कैसा रहा है सब बताते हैं। देयर रिक्रूट इज ऑल्सो रिक्वायर्ड फॉर इंक्रीमेंट, उनको पगार भी बढ़ाते हैं और उनको एम्प्लॉय को रिलेटेड जो भी उनको ज़रूरत है उनको पेमेंट भी देते हैं अगर वो बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म करता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, तो प्रमोशंस हो जाते हैं, कैरियर डेवलपमेंट होता है। Now, labor law complaints changing the role of HR manager. Changing the role of HR manager में आपको ध्यान रखना है। Successful HR manager will be those who can effectively manage more flexible working environment, motivates employee. See, this word is very repeating once again and again. Motivate employees, team performance, balance. Okay, managing workforce diversities. ये भी ध्यान रखना है। Framing the policies for the organization become difficult group may be different expectations. Attitude, goals, behavior of different employee may be different which may lead to conflict. तो सबके अलग अलग एटीट्यूड्स होते हैं, बिहेवियर होते हैं, गोल्स होते हैं, तो उस पर भी हमें ध्यान देना चाहिए। मेनी एम्प्लॉई आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल वर्किंग विद द पीपल ऑफ डिफरेंट एज, सेक्स और कल्चर। कई लोग ऐसे भी होते हैं जो अलग अलग उम्र के साथ या उनके जो यौन उनके जो होते हैं और कल्चर होते हैं विच अफेक्ट टीम वर्क, तो लोग नहीं करना चाहते हैं ऐसा, अपोजिट सेक्स के साथ काम नहीं कर पाते हैं, उनको अच्छा नहीं लगता है, तो ऐसा भेदभाव करते हैं लोग, जिससे क्या कंपनी काफ़ी प्रॉब्लम से आते हैं। तो मैनेजिंग वर्क फोर्स करना बहुत ज़रूरी है। वर्क फोर्स मैनेजिंग वर्क फोर्स डायवर्सिटी याद रखना, तो ये वर्ड आपको याद रखना चाहिए। मैनेजिंग वर्क फोर्स। आगे है टू ओवरकम द चैलेंजेस द एचआर मैनेजर्स नीड टू अंडरटेक। अभी एचआर मैनेजर को ओवरकम्स करना बहुत जरूरी, तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर्मल गेट टुगेदर, सेलिब्रेट डिफरेंट फेस्टिवल्स, डिजाइन कैंटीन मेनू हैविंग फूड आइटम्स फ्रॉम डिफरेंट कंट्रीज, fair person policy transport. This challenge the HR needs to undertake, forming groups of employee and belonging to different age, gender, race, and physical abilities. Dealing with employee attritions, limited career opportunity, mismatch of job profile, monotonous job, organizational instability, workload life imbalance, raise and performance, right placement. HR must come up with the innovation practice rewards to retain such employees. Retentions retentions practice and reward include right placement, providing better work conditions, provide ESOP मतलब employee stock option plan, employee stock option plan, dealing with employee downsizing, saving cost, merger acquisitions, change in the top management, and surplus staff attribution or surplus. To communicate with the employee who are not likely to be downsized as a downsizing may affect their morale. Helping downsized employee in getting new job. Dealing with the employee absentees, job dissatisfaction, lack of motivation at work, non-corporate team members, workload, personal issues. So ये सब issues हो सकते हैं, क्यों नहीं एम्प्लॉय काम पे बराबर आ रहा है। Employee managers should tackle problems and employee absenteeism tactfully. Many managers should identify the causes of absence These keep track of absenteeism and give work progress determines so on. Maintain employee work balance. Offer flexible working hours to employee. Encourage employee to use their annual leaves. Dealing with case of sexual harassment at work. Sexual harassment at work has become one of the biggest challenges for HR managers. In April 2000, the Parliament passed the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Prevention, Prohibition and the Regulation Act of the Prevention of Sexual Harassment of Women at the Workplace. This act has a stronger enforcement mechanism. The act imposes certain obligations on all employers to ensure prevention of sexual harassment at workplace. Every employee is required to the community and the office of branch to obtain a new employee. District officer is required to constitute a local complaints committee at each district. So that is why we have to be careful at the workplace, manage properly, management of changes, train, counsel the employee, develop positive attitudes, managing the legals and oversight, compliance issues, increasing significance of the corporate governance, commercial concern of high security, privacy complaint. The HR person will work with the local as well as international law. New and better policies will be required for the workforce of future. Managing technology. All organizations want to be technological oriented. They want their employees to quickly adopt and learn the new technology. HR managers have to attract the right person with the required knowledge and train the employee, motivate them to learn, absorb and come out of comfort zones. HR management is a process of bringing people and organizations together so that the goals of each are met. It is a part of the management process which is concerned with the management of human resources organizations try to secure best for the people by giving them wholehearted cooperation. So remember, this is very important point. Now we will come to the question answer. Okay. Now we come to the question answer and we will discuss about. Okay, just. Hmm. So strategy HRM takes dash decision related to the human resource to proactive human strategies. So here HR takes the proactive. Dash is oriented function of human resource management, recruitment and selection. Function of human resource management, recruitment and selection. HR manager says workforce diversities to challenges question. Regarding father of human resource management and to manual. Father of human resource management and to manual. Very important. Involved certain to quality marketing HRM workforce is important and this is also true. Recruitment efficiency with the emotion to the job description and the workforce. Because employment emotion to the job description proactively and reactively. Methodology what it one of the syllabus requires sleeping. Training and development increase knowledge, skills, and ability. Objective A. Selection, recruitment and selection. Yes, yes. Social HRM to make the available complete manpower focus C. Theoretical A. Complete manpower function of HRM C. Recruitment selection. Mm. Challenges for HR manager. Challenges for HR manager, याद रखना फिर से बोलते हैं मैच द कॉलम का रोबोट ओवर widen the slogan 8 hours day work, 8 hours recreation and 8 hours sleep. Training and development department, B number, enhance knowledge, skills and work ability employees. Objective of HRM to make available competent manpower. Function of HRM recruitment and selection. Challenges for HR department, also HR manager, that is a team employee attrition. So answers आपको ट्रेडिशनल एचआर को और स्टडीज में आपको करना है एचआर में डिस्कस द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ एचआर डिपार्टमेंट एक्सप्लेन द चेंज ऑफ मैनेजमेंट we will discuss the next session HRP means human resource planning. So we'll take a break and then after that we'll discuss the next chapter. Yeah, important questions I'm just going to share, which is very important. Okay, go through that. Okay, very important. Okay, so thank you for your listening. Okay, everybody. Okay, where is the word talking about? Okay, so this is a very important questions. HR. Okay, so read these questions very important. Distinct between or HR. Okay, HR management. Explain the challenges और so very challenge बहुत सारी चुनौतियों का सामना एचआर को करना पड़ता है और स्पेशली sexual harassment and so many manage their work absenteeism and all. Okay, so we'll take a break uh, after 1 hour. What's that time? 1:30, right? So we'll come to the 2:30. So take a 1 hour break and revise it. We'll come to the after 1 hour. Thank you for listening. All the best for your exams. God bless you.